Damn, how am I gonna eat this? Today I have a homemade seafood boil, lobster tail. Cheers. Shrimp. Crab. Cheers. Mussel. Wow, that looks amazing. Sausage. Wow. Y'all, if you're going to eat the shell on the shrimp, make sure you chew it thoroughly because it does take a while to chew the shell. All right, y'all, until next time. Bye. Iman. This is so spicy. This is really spicy, but I'm gonna finish it. Now, for those that want to know what I'm gonna do with the sauce, I'm gonna put this in a container and use it tomorrow. Bye. Today I got stew type ramen, also have dumplings and tteokbokki. First bite for me. Dumpling. Tteokbokki. Y'all can have this bite. Y'all, why was I watching Steve Wilkos today? This married dude had went on there and he had confessed to his wife, like before they went on the show, that he had cheated on her 50 times with the same gender. And he brought her on the show to tell her that he actually lowballed that to save her feelings or protect her feelings. And it actually was 250 people of the same gender. That was so crazy. She came on the show to prove to him that she had never cheated on him ever. And he was the only person she had ever been with her whole life. And she went on there and took a lot of tests and she passed. But he cheated over 250 times with the same gender. She decided to work things out with him. And then Steve had asked him, had he ever cheated with a woman? And he was like, no, I respect her too much. Y'all literally can't make that up. Y'all, these are actually really spicy. I added bodak sauce, pepper flakes, and gochujang and gochugaru. Other than cameras, do anybody have any recommendations for things you can buy for your house to protect yourself? Last bites for you. Look at these mussels. Cheers. Potato. Here's a shrimp with no shell. For the ones that don't like the shell. Cheers. Egg. Look at that, y'all. Cheers. Add some onion to it. Like that. Y'all, these mussels are so big. And I got these from my local Asian market. They were selling these 2 pounds for $14. And I get all my seafood from Walmart, with the exception of the green mussels, because I usually have to get those from like my local seafood restaurant, and then I'll like make them myself. But that's a game changer, because I was spending like $20 with tax and fees on 1 pound of green mussels, and I can literally go buy 2 pounds for $14, and they're a nice size. Somebody also asked in the comments what this is. I'm not sure what this is. I think somebody tried to say it was a scallop. This is not no scallop. I tried to Google it and I couldn't get a clear answer on what this is. Does anybody know what this is? Let me know. I have no idea. Y'all, I usually do red potatoes in my seafood bowls, and today I have russet potatoes like this. I prefer the red potatoes. Like, the russet potatoes taste kind of grainy, but not like grainy, but like, I don't know. Red potatoes taste better. Is that why red potatoes are more expensive than russet potatoes? Because russet potatoes are super cheap. For a seafood bowl, I probably won't use these again. I don't really care for them. I like little small red ones. Anyways. Ooh. Wow. Also, y'all, I finally got some new contacts. Honestly, I bought me some new glasses too. Honestly, I feel like my glasses make my face look slimmer. My sister was like, she don't really see a difference, but I see a difference. But yeah, I haven't worn contacts in like 7+ months. So I finally got me a pair today. And I have some new glasses coming in, which I need some new glasses really bad because my lenses were like really scratched up, and I haven't had a new pair that I actually wear since COVID. So I had my little eye exam today, and they were really nice up in there. The eye doctor that I go to, the location is kind of in like, you know, kind of going towards the hood. So I was like, I'm gonna probably change my eye doctor. I mean, they're nice and all, like I like the owners, but you know, it's kind of in a bad area. So other than that, the staff is always really nice. I don't know, you guys, like I didn't really like the vibes in there, and I think I've outgrown that location. So yeah, won't be going back there. Look at that. Wow. Last thing, I'm not going to eat oysters anymore raw. They have to be cooked or grilled, because I be hearing more stories about people passing away from eating oysters than I do raw fish. And I'm just not going to risk it. Like, I think last year, toward the end of last year, there was this couple that passed away from eating oysters. And I do know they recommend you eating oysters during the colder months because like the ocean is cold or whatever. I've heard something like that. Don't quote me. But I was looking way too into oysters and like the deaths from last year. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to eat oysters anymore. The one thing about mussels is they're fully cooked and they still taste really good. Don't get me wrong, I love me a good oyster. So it's going to have to be cooked. Like I said, grilled oysters, I've never had them. I'm sure they're bomb. Actually, I have had grilled oysters at a buffet once. But like, y'all know what I mean? Like high-end grilled oyster at a restaurant or like broiled. I'll eat those, but I'm not going to do raw oysters anymore. And also too, this is the last thing, y'all. I thought I had a parasite from raw fish. Like I was convinced. I was like, oh my gosh, did it finally catch up to me eating raw fish? But turns out it was just my pre-workout. Like my pre-workout gave me the bubble guts. I'm pretty sure it was the pre-workout because I hadn't changed nothing in my diet other than that. And yeah, if you know, you know. So I'm like, oh my gosh, did I catch a parasite? So luckily I do. Well, I could have them and not know, but I don't think that I do. But yeah, that happened a while ago. I forgot to tell you about that. Yeah, anyways, I'm about to work out. because I saw this video on TikTok of this girl. She had lost over 60 pounds, and she was like, when your personal trainer or something like that tells you it's going to take a year for you to lose all your weight, and she did it in 5 months. And like, I was reading the comments, I went to her page. She basically did a calorie deficit and she was working out. And that's how she lost, I believe, 50 or 60 pounds in 5 months or something like that. That was like pure motivation for me, because I really be fucking playing when it comes to losing weight, because I know how to do it. I'm really buckling down on how I eat as I sit and eat a seafood bowl. But I'm not playing. Like, I refuse to be at my daughter's first birthday this year and still be big as fuck. Like, I'm not, no, that's not happening. I'm not doing that. Okay. And then I got Alora's birthday in September. I have Asia's 22nd birthday in September. My brother's birthday in September. Then I got Erin's birthday, her 21st birthday. So y'all already know we're gonna go out. So I need to look fucking good. And that's why I'm kind of glad that I'm like able to work on my weight and shit now, because I feel like it's better to like work on your body and lose weight during the winter months versus the summer, because in the winter you can kind of like put a jello jacket on. Yeah, look, y'all know what I mean. If you know, you know. So yeah. Anyways, also too, somebody was like, I already addressed this, but they still going in my comments to this day, because I was reading them this morning. So I was like, her seafood boil looks cold. I'm like, once again, it's not cold, because if it was cold, the butter wouldn't be dripping, because when butter gets cold, butter solidifies. If you know, you know. Like, butter, the butter would literally not be dripping off this shrimp. Y'all see that? Anyways, bye.